What is up, Ravens Nation? Welcome back to Vlog Talk, your home for all things Baltimore Ravens football. Today we are reacting to a clip from First Take. Stephen A. Smith not sold that the Ravens proved they are the best team in the NFL following their win over the Buffalo Bills, which we all know was considered one of, if not the best team in the NFL going into this weekend. Rex Ryan and Shannon Sharpe are debating him. Apparently they think that the Ravens did prove they are the best team in the league, which I love the enthusiasm. Surprisingly, I kind of side with Stephen A. Smith in this segment. I'm going to play the clip from Stephen A., and then we're going to give a little reaction to it. I recommend watching the entire segment. It's pretty entertaining, but here's what Stephen A. Smith had to say about the Ravens proving they are the best team or not proving.
America, I have to apologize. I have to apologize to America, for these two individuals that are on the show this morning with me. No objectivity whatsoever. I mean, aren't you a Super Bowl champion from that team in that purple uniform? I mean, that Baltimore Ravens, you there in 2000, 2001. Weren't you the defensive coordinator for the team for 4 years from 2005 to 2000? That had nothing to do with what y'all saying right now. Come on. Have we seen the Minnesota Vikings? Have we seen this cat Addison get back in the lineup? Have we seen Justin Jefferson? Did you see the Baltimore Ravens going up against anybody that looked like that last night? I didn't see that. I get Kincaid, I get Shakur, I get all of these cats that they got there, Coleman and the crew, but none of them are the names that I mentioned. I'm looking at this question. Did Ravens prove they're the best team in the NFL? Just coming into last night, they had the worst pass defense in the entire NFL. 32 out of 32. That's what it. Put Shay up on that damn screen, him high in the basement. I want to see his face right now. How y'all gonna sit up there with a straight face and say, oh, they're the best team? They prove it. They're the best team. Now, I understand they might end up being that way. It's not about how you start, it's how you finish. I get all of that. We get the potential. I said in all off season, What was I saying, Shay? Dallas got to go get Derrick Henry. That's who you need to go get. They let the man go to the Baltimore Ravens. And we see what the brother can do. We know what he can do. He's done it the last two games. Major props to him. But I'm going to repeat, the worst pass defense in the entire National Football League coming into last night. And because they show up against Kincaid and Shakur and Coleman and these cats, and they pressure Josh Allen, all of a sudden that's all we need for them to say they're the best team in NFL.
Rex, I'm happy because I picked the Ravens.
Like I said, surprisingly enough, I kind of agree with Stephen A. Smith here. I love the hype from Rex Ryan and Shannon Sharpe. The Ravens looked like the best team in this game in the entire NFL. I'm not debating that. They looked complete top to bottom. All three phases looked really good. I myself have complained about the play calling on offense and defense for that matter. I know that has been a big point of emphasis from the fans is the play calling or head-scratching calls from particularly on offense, but even defense. And this was where I have to tip my cap to the offensive and defensive coordinators, Todd Monken and Zach Orr. They called a really, really good game, and this just felt like the most complete performance by far from the Ravens. Now, the reason I agree with Stephen A. Smith is going into this game, as he pointed out, they had the last ranked pass defense, and they still might, I'm not quite sure. And there were still some question marks, particularly on the secondary, but even on the offensive line, which they've looked way better the last 2 weeks. So I'm very encouraged by what they've shown from the last 2 weeks. But the defense still, even though they played really well, I'm still not going to sit here and say the Ravens are the best team in the NFL because to me that just feels like an overreaction at this point. Were they the best team this weekend? Sure, I can argue that. But to say that this game proved they're the best in the league when you still have Kansas City sitting at 4-0, even though they haven't necessarily looked the most impressive, they're 4-0. Minnesota, I don't believe they're the best team, but they're also 4-0. And I know you can argue that the Ravens could be 4-0, but fact of the matter is they're not. And their first two games were less than ideal, and their last two games have been better. Of course, this being by far the best. So I'm not going to overreact to this game. I think it was a tremendous game, and I tip my cap to the entire Ravens team and coaching staff that they actually played a full 4 quarters of football, which is what we've all been waiting for this season. But to sit here and say that this one game proved they're the best in the league is, in my opinion, it's an overreaction. The Ravens, they need to focus on week in, week out, stacking wins and stacking complete performances, not getting caught up in this hype of, oh, they're the best team this week. Because guess what? If they go out and lose this week to Cincinnati, they're going to be on the back burner yet again for a team. Who knows who's going to be this week? Probably the Bengals if they lose to Cincinnati. That's just how the media machine works. But I want to know what you guys think. Do you think the Ravens prove they are the best team in the NFL with this performance? Or do you think it's a little bit of an overreaction and we need to press the brakes just a little bit, even though it was a tremendous performance that all Ravens fans, I think, should be encouraged by. Let me know in the comments. Ravens Nation, hit subscribe, like the video. We're trying to hit 2,000 subscribers by the end of the season. If you could help me do that, I would tremendously appreciate it. As always, appreciate you tuning in. I'll see you all in the next video. Go Ravens.